Hi, and welcome to Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. My name is Robin Fritz, and today I want to talk a little bit about spirituality, what it might mean to us, what you think it means to you. Let's share our thoughts about that. And of course, we're going to do a meditation and a crystal of the week. So, thank you for joining me today. My name is Robin Fritz. It's time for Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. I am an intuitive and spiritual consultant and a certified past life regression specialist based in Seattle, Washington. And my work is about helping all of us tap into our natural, intuitive, and healing abilities. You can find me here every week on Facebook, and you can find my radio show at ometimes.com radio every Monday afternoon at 2 Pacific time, 5 Eastern. And today I want to share a few thoughts about spirituality. I'm always curious about what everyone else thinks. So, hi, everyone. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate your emojis, your hellos from wherever you are in the world. This is our time to be together, my time to share with you, you to share with me. So, I want to talk a little bit about spirituality. I'd like to know what you think spirituality is and really what it means to you so that we can share our thoughts and grow together, which is the point of getting together every week here. So first, though, of course, I want to start, as I do each week, with hey, Wendy. Hi. So hi from Denmark. Awesome. So here's Fallon, the citrine Lemurian quartz, and we're going to do a quick grounding and balancing meditation here. So take your attention to the top of your head and take a deep breath. Just breathe in all healthy energy, and as you exhale, just release the cares of the day, everything it took for you to sit down and share this time with the rest of us. So as you take your attention to the top of your head, just breathe down your body from the top of your head down your shoulders, your chest, your hips, your knees, your feet. Just feel those blocks moving away. And as you breathe up from your feet to the top of your head, you're welcome to invite Fallon's healing energy into you. You'll experience it. You'll experience the connection with him, however your intuition works most strongly. So seeing pictures, hearing him chat, feeling his energy, just knowing that you're connected. So breathing up from your feet, past your knees, your hips, your face, and the top of your head, just feel that healthy energy. Awesome, right? So thank you. And I see people are chiming in from everywhere and their ideas of what spirituality means to them. And when you think about it, it's a concept we don't often define. It just is for us, right? It's part of our lives. I think of spirituality as one element of a healthy life, those elements being our focus on body, mind, and spirit. And that kind of wraps up our whole body, our whole physical experience on the planet, including our soul experience. So if you're thinking of body, I think of body as how we care for our physical well-being, right? From our food to our relationships with other people to the work we do in the world, it's how our physical body gets along in the world. Body, mind, I think of as intellectual, our emotions, our feelings. It's what we think and why we think, how our emotions fit into that, how our intellect and our emotions affect us on a daily basis, what we do to stay balanced and grounded in our daily lives. And spirituality is, to me, our focus of today is our souls. At least that's what I think of it as. I believe that we're here to grow our souls. That all of us here on the broadcast today are clearly human. We've chosen our human bodies to grow our souls in this particular lifetime. And that soul growth is something that continues forever in an incarnation as we die and pass out of those bodies, if we have chosen a physical body, into the afterlife and then back again. Pia, oneness. Yep, that's awesome. Um, so, spirituality to me is a key to connection to our souls, to growing our souls, to growing in self love, which is, always an issue for all of us. Um, so, some people think of spirituality in terms of a particular religious structure. I don't. If you do and it works for you, that's great. I think the key that I see in working with my clients is what helps us claim our personal power so that we can continue to grow body, mind, and spirit, and that we can then carry that into our afterlives and continue to grow our souls basically throughout eternity. So, what are you thinking here? What are some of your thoughts on spirituality? How are you feeling today? And yes, I am open to doing a few quick readings for people, but here's a place for us to share our thoughts. So, thank you from all of you for sharing your thoughts to you. Laura, I'm not sure what the five scenes means. That could be me today. Um, so Taya, or I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, from Michigan, you're not grounded and never seem to be. That can be a tough one, especially if you're a person whose intuition runs towards feelings. So you're very aware of the feelings of not just the people around you, but buildings and animals. You're affected by the news. You're affected by just being in a crowd. And one way that I started learning that was to actively think about grounding myself. That's where I started collecting grounding crystals, like black tourmaline, columbite, any kind of a black crystal is good for grounding. Some of them might not work for you, and that's why there's a variety of them to choose from: obsidian, jet, numite. Um, some of them can be very, very strong and overpowering. Salt baths work for me. Wearing crystals works. And it's a conscious reminder that I have chosen to include other things in my life. And so the question would be what is affecting your ability to ground? And, we could cover that maybe in a quick session together. But those are some tips for how that works for you. Lorraine, my sister left for China to take, she seems fine. Wow, what an amazing experience for her, Lorraine. Hard to let go, though, right? I mean, they're so far away. She seems fine. Onyx, Nicole, yes, onyx is another crystal. Plain quartz is a good crystal, all around crystal for grounding and balance. People tend to gravitate towards the black crystals. Again, my favorite is columbite. It's very hard to find and very expensive, but it's my favorite. And, there are books out there like Judy Hall's books on crystals. They have beautiful pictures. So I invite you to go through those books. You can check them out from the library and just feel your connection to them. If you feel spacey looking at a picture, then that's not a good one for grounding. If you feel like you're thumped into your body. Another thing about grounding is to literally concentrate on it. Sit in your chair, run that energy line from top of your head to the bottom of your feet and back up again, like we do with Fallon each show. And breathe in and just breathe in that healthy energy and just allow yourself to sink into your chair and allow the things that unground you, the worries and the concerns, to just drift away. It's a practice, takes time. And I know a lot of people that say simply being grateful for whatever occurs in your life. Now, of course, not terrible things, but you could be grateful that a terrible thing is over. A simple gratitude practice is really good for grounding and balancing, as well as just putting our daily life in perspective. Bev, Let me see if I can find your question. Um, from the UK, hey, how's the weather over there? We're having rain today in Seattle. At last, Morgan Fisher. Um, Actually, Morgan, you're doubting yourself, and you don't give yourself enough credit for as powerful as you are. You're distinctive from those around you, and so you're feeling that the difference between you and the people around you is that that there must be something wrong with you, and it's not. You're just slightly on a different wavelength from the other people around you, as we say, or frequency. And that's an energetic thing. It doesn't mean that you're off. It just means that this is where you are right now in your life. Practice a grounding technique and see if that helps you. And I'll have contact information for me. Um, Carol Ann, I think there's a misunderstanding. You're asking if your sister's angry. It feels like your sister is struggling with her own identity at this point, and you're feeling that as an effect on you, and it's her issue. So send her love and peace. I know it's hard, and let that go. Morgan, good. I'm glad that helped you. I'm glad that helped you very, very much. Nandini from India, spirituality is a way of life. Okay, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And do you think people today are more or less spiritual than they were when we had really religious structures on every day of our life from various different religious traditions? I'd be curious what you think about that. Um, like, you want nice things to happen for you? Awesome. You know, there are days when I go to bed at night and I have a cat and a dog, and I'm like, oh, I'm just so glad the day is over. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that the tough day is over, that I got some of what I wanted to do accomplished, that I was able to help my clients who came to me to really explore their soul and to just be reminded of how amazing they are. So I see you growing in your body, mind, spirit connection by focusing on yourself. It's okay to focus on yourself, Nandini. It's okay to look at how you're growing your soul in the world. That's what you're here to do. It doesn't mean you're self involved, it means you're finding your way. And that's a good thing. There'll be stumbling blocks for you, but that's good. Look at each one of those as a challenge to move to the next. And okay, so we had a momentary blip there. I think we're having some power outages in Seattle here today. So hang on. I hope we all stay connected here for the time that we've got together. Just one of those nice stormy days that we haven't had yet this fall. Um, so Nandini, I hope that helps you. Um, Trust yourself, trust your soul, ask your soul to inform your body and your mind and bring those three together, and you'll find out how amazing you are. You lived in Gig Harbor. Awesome. Gig Harbor isn't that far. I have actually friends over there, so thanks for sharing that. Angela, okay, so I missed that, Angela. Tammy, I don't know, Morgan, what you mean by duality. So you'd have to connect with me on my Facebook page, The Practical Intuitive Robin M. Fritz. Let me know what you think about that. We can cover that in another broadcast. I'm here every Monday at 11 Pacific time. And I'm catching as many readings as I can today. If I don't hit one of yours in particular, please come back again or send me an email to my website at robinfritz.com, and I can cover them. Every once in a while, I do a radio show on Mondays just to cover people's questions. And you're also welcome to contact me for personal sessions. I do even 15-minute sessions. So Tammy says, I keep attracting the same type of narcissistic people in your life. Wow, boy, I know that one. I did that too. And you know what I found, Tammy, is that I wasn't valuing myself. And so I was letting people who they don't, sometimes people don't mean to reach out and grab our energy. It's just how their energy body works. That's how their personalities and their energy system works. They just have to feed their energy, so they pull it from other people. And they become very narcissistic. They become very like focused on themselves. And those of us who are more sensitive, and we try to please people, we continue to let them in because they can be very charismatic people. But the point of it is that you keep your energy boundary to yourself and you don't allow them in. You can say hello, but you don't allow them into your particular energy body. And you will find that those people just drift away. So try that, Tammy, and see if that works for you. Hi. Um, so what else here? Jacqueline, everyone has a soul that is gifted. This is true. Crystals heal and create balance. They do. They do. And we can also, and that's why I like crystals. That's why I ended up collecting a lot of crystals whose primary purposes are grounding and balancing, but they're good for so many different things. Um, and just being aware that we need to be balanced is a step in the direction of becoming balanced. I know that sounds like very basic stuff, but it's true. If we keep thinking that we're not balanced, what we're doing is not looking for what will balance us. So, for all of you who are looking for grounding and balance, sea salt is great. I have Himalayan salt lamps all over the house. I also keep bunches of lavender, as you can see along my top shelf up there. Lavender is good for grounding and balance. And all of those things are physical reminders to me that I have chosen this lifestyle that includes the work that I'm doing as an intuitive and spiritual consultant, that I choose to be aware of how our souls are growing or struggling to grow in the world, and that this is all real for me. And so look for things like that that are physical reminders of you, not just crystals, but lavender, pictures of places that you find attractive and that make you feel good when you look at it. Alyssa, my deepest condolences. Losing a child has got to be one of the worst things that any of us go through. And I am sorry for you. And please contact me for a private session because that would go longer than a few minutes. There's a process I call soul progression clearing. I will be talking about it more again in December on my radio show, I think December 17th. It's a process of clearing out the things that are holding us back and filling us up with healthy energy. Certainly something that could very much help you and keep that private for you. And again, my deepest condolences. Nature, Wendy, nature is great. I live by the ocean, and the salt air is a constant in my life, and I really appreciate that. And I have a dog, so I'm out every day, and I just admire how much the ocean changes from moment to moment, literally. The waves, the sunlight, the clouds, everything, the bird and mammal life. And so being by the ocean helps me now. People who are landlocked don't have that, but a Himalayan salt lamp can give you that same ionic effect that salt air does. And so see if that helps. Right, accepting yourself. Carmen, you have spirits all around you. You bring in a very powerful spirit guide. Ask for a powerful spirit guide to be there 24/7 and to screen them out. You literally have to do that. You may be one of those people who is aware, and other beings are aware that you're available. A lot of people that come to me that feel spirits around them are actually feeling the stuck dead, who are looking for help to move on to the afterlife. It's not a bad or scary thing, but it can be annoying to not have your own time. So if you don't want them around, call in powerful spirit guide, tell them they need to get on the job and they need to block those spirits from coming at you. And if that doesn't take care of it, call me and we can do a quick session where we replace your spirit guide with someone who can actually do that work. Actually, it is possible, and it's one thing that I do now and then is help people replace their spiritual teams. I think, Lauren, I think she is safe. And thank you for blessing me, and blessings back to you. And what an amazing experience you'll have. Bev, you're turning a pivotal point in your life, direction or advice if you have any, man or job. Put yourself first, Bev. That's always my advice to everyone. But right here, you seem to be torn. And one of the things that you're forgetting is how amazing you are and how strong you can be by setting that boundary of you are complete in yourself and you're pulling in healthy energy to help you continue to grow. And put that first. When you find out who you are and what you want in your life, then that job and that person will have a better chance of showing up for you. So we are running out of time today. So thank you all for chiming in. Tony, you're feeling like you're being possessed again. That would be something that I would do in a private session with you to take a look at what's affecting you, a soul clearing session where we just remove whatever is there in your field without making judgments about it and filling you up with healthy energy. You know, and for all of those who are feeling spirits around them or feeling attachments or feeling, you know what, there's a lot of that going on in the world. It's another subject for another day. But my advice to all of you, if you can't clear this on your own, is I'm open for sessions. There are other people out there that can help you with that. But the important thing is to just set your boundaries. Say, no, this is not welcome. Again, as I said to someone earlier, a spirit guide who can screen out these beings that are coming at you and keep helping you keep your energy field clear is very important nowadays in particular, because this kind of clearing of attachments has not happened in a number of centuries. And those of us who are working in this field are aware of that and we're working on it, but it's kind of involved. So with each one of you, ask your spiritual team to help you keep your energy field clear. Use things like salt, crystals, incense, keeping reminders around you that you are aware that the world is bigger and more complex than we imagine, and you are strong and complete in yourself, and you keep your power to yourself and you claim your power. And that will be a big help to dealing with all of that. So last person here, Angela, spirituality is your great passion. Awesome. Good for you. The universal and eternal essence of the cosmos is an energy that resides within everything and joins us all together. You know, and I'm glad you brought that up, Angela. I agree with that. It's not just humans in the world. The world is really a collaboration of equals. That everything, I'm looking out the window here, it's late fall here in Seattle. Everything is hunkering down for winter, and everything around us is alive. The trees, even our sidewalks and our homes. So imagine that we connect with that and that we all make our contribution to the world as equals, and we move more easily through the world. We accomplish more. The world moves more easily with us and around us, and that's how we move forward in the world. So I want to thank everyone who joined in. Wendy, you're in Scotland. Ooh, you made me cold just mentioning it being cold. Yeah, Scotland tends to be that way, but it is so beautiful. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. And here is Crystal of the Week, Aquamarine. It is crystal like this one that I wear all the time. Aquamarine is one of my favorite crystals. It is was traditionally used by sailors to protect them when they were out on the ocean. It's related to the ocean. That's why they call it aquamarine. And oh, Lisa, thank you. And thank you all for Morgan, your birthstone. Awesome. My birthstone is Garnet, January. But aquamarine is great for all of you to consider today. Small pieces aren't expensive. You know, I have my heart set on a big chunk and it's really expensive. But aquamarine is, in a sense, connected to the throat chakra, which is the power of communication and the power of speaking your truth. And I always wear aquamarine when I'm at work because I just believe that it supports me in being able to support others on their journey and to be clear in my own mind about where I'm going on my own. So with that, I'd like to close the day down here. We're here every week, Fallon and I, at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We'll be taking a couple weeks off at Christmas. But I invite you to join me at my radio show at omtimes.com radio this afternoon at 2 Pacific time. I'm welcoming author Nick Jankel, who will be talking about the concept of spiritual atheism, what that is, what that means to us. Should be a really interesting conversation. Also, you are welcome to contact me at my website, robynfritz.com. That's ROBYNFRITZ.com. I do personal and business intuition as short as 15 minutes, mediumship, animal communication, space clearing, the soul progression clearing that I mentioned earlier, clearing out blockages and helping fill you up with healthy energy, and past life and between life regression, spiritual awakening, meeting your spiritual guides. Chrissy, thanks for joining us for your first time. Come back next week. We're always doing something different. Last week, we did our first just strictly a healing circle. We're going to do that again on December 17th. So if you go to my website and sign up for my newsletter, there's a free guided meditation with Fallon. It's pretty awesome. And now as we close out today, if you cross your hands on your heart, take a deep breath and just feel healthy, positive energy joining up with you. Wow. Awesome, huh? And as you do that, you breathe in healthy energy, and as you exhale, just release what doesn't serve you. And as you do this, imagine all great things coming to you, things that support you, body, mind, and spirit, to help you on your journey. I want to thank you for joining me today. Let me know if I can help. Let me know what kind of subjects you'd like to cover in future broadcasts. And thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Thanks for chiming in.